It's a DC themed Saturday for me. Hello guys, Timzster's back and I am just hyped up for DC FanDome that is happening August 22nd in the States, and for us in Manila, it's going to be August 23rd in the early hours of the morning. So I am preparing for that. I'm going to be celebrating all things DC. As you know, I'm a big Batman fan and of course a DC Comics reader. So I am part of this fandom. I can't wait for it. And to show my excitement, I am actually going to be doing an unboxing on a certain DC Comics character. Yes, Batman. But it's Batman from Batman Hush, the Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee storyline, which has become one of the most iconic representations of the Dark Knight. I collected the single issues, as you can see right here. Here are the first and second printing, respectively, of Batman 608, Chapter 1 of Hush. And I also have here Batman Hush in hardcover. It's the 15th anniversary edition. And time flies. I just collected so much Batman over years, and now we have what is probably the definitive Batman Hush 6-inch action figure from the guys at Medicom Toys and their MAFEX line. MAFEX line of action figures, which has come out with the likes of Spider-Man, Cyclops, and Wolverine from the Marvel Universe. So Batman, of course, has had representation from his live-action versions. I mean, you had Christian Bale from the Dark Knight trilogy and Ben Affleck as Batman. And speaking of Ben Affleck, I'm happy to say that he is coming back as Batman, along with Michael Keaton also returning as Bruce Wayne and Batman, for the Flashpoint movie of the DC Extended Universe, where Ezra Miller is going to be portraying the Flash again. And it's the first time Ben Affleck will be reprising his role as Bruce Wayne and Batman since Justice League, which is going to get the Snyder Cut next year for HBO Max. And we'll learn more about that and tons of other DC news in DC FanDome. And that's not it. There's going to be a second day for DC FanDome. They just announced it. So this is going to be the first part, August 22nd, August 23rd, DC FanDome Hall of Heroes. And then on September 12th, September 13th, it's DC FanDome Explore the Multiverse. I'm just hyped. I can't wait to see what DC FanDome has to offer for us. In fact, I'm here already to see it in the internet. It's the first virtual event for DC Comics of its kind. Jim Lee drew the poster here. He even drew a poster for The Batman, which director Matt Reeves revealed the first official logo a couple of days ago. And Jim Lee, drawing the posters for DC FanDome, also drew a poster of Robert Pattinson's Batman in the Bat costume. That's his interpretation. We haven't seen the full Bat suit reveal yet of Robert Pattinson from top to bottom. We only saw test footage. So I can't wait for that. But for now, we are going to be reviewing this action figure, MAFEX's Batman Hush. So let's go and open it up. Now here you see lined up are my memorabilia from Batman Hush, the 2002 to 2003 storyline by Jeff Loeb, Jim Lee, and Scott Williams, which put the Dark Knight against his rogues gallery and a new villain named Hush. So it's spread out between Batman 608 to 619 for those who want to collect the single issues, or you can just simply get the trade, or this awesome 15th anniversary deluxe edition, which I showed earlier. Yes, that's Batman and Catwoman kissing. That's actually the highlight of this romance between the Bat and the Cat. In fact, Batman Hush has also been adapted by DC Universe original movies. A very loose adaptation. I wouldn't really recommend it unless you follow the animated movies. It's very different from the actual storyline. I suggest you read this first before you watch this. So the animation was pretty good. But anyway, my unboxing will involve the MAFEX Medicom Toys Batman Hush figure, which I got from Hobby Stock Collectibles. I pre-ordered it last year, and it finally arrived. As you can see, we're going to be opening this. There's a lot of items to look through. Interchangeable hands, interchangeable heads. There's even a Bruce Wayne head there. You have batarangs and a grapple gun. And here at the back, you can see a preview. Well, you can also see it at the side. But here in the back, you can see a preview of how the figure looks standing with the Bruce Wayne head and showcasing a dynamic pose along with some of the items that are included here. Now, one thing from the get-go is the cape is going to be pretty big once I take it out of the box. So we'll get to that in just a bit. I'm very excited to open this just before DC FanDome. Let's get to it, guys. Okay, first things first, we have to cut the tape on the top. So you can only open it from top or bottom. It's very secured. Once again, taking a look at this with better lighting. The packaging from the back, from the side, and the front. So let's get to cutting it open. Taking a Swiss knife, we are going to open the top. Let's get to it. Slight incision. There we go. Opening the box. Take out the tray of plastic. There's Batman outside of the box. And actually, what's awesome about this is it actually has Jim Lee's artwork from Batman 608. Which is this issue, which I will be putting side by side with the box. There we go. At first print. But the second printing cover of this issue is actually the better one. That would be this. I have this also in poster form. So yeah, there we go. Taking away the box, let's look at the action figure itself. Batman with a Bruce Wayne head and an angry head, a grapple hook, 5 sets of interchangeable hands, not including the ones that are already attached to the figure. Oh, no, sorry, 6, including one shooting out the grappling hook. Now that we took a little bit of an overview, we are going to remove the clamshell and wow, oh wow, look at this 6-inch Batman Hush action figure in its default setting. Just looking at it up close, it's very impressive. The cape is, yeah, it's a very big cape. And of course, it's to convey different poses for the character. Whether he's swinging from his batrope, as you could see from that poster there, or you just want it to float down, or let the wind breeze. Just look at that figure right here at this very moment before you play around with it. This is its default setting with fist hands, regular Batman head, just looking absolutely awesome. Very nice. Now, okay, took the camera off of its stand. Just look at the other accessories this toy has. As I mentioned, there are 6 sets of hands. Look at this. Also included with this figure is its own stand, just to keep him hanging or swinging. Right, to emulate the pose from the first printing cover of Batman 608. And you got a lot to play around with this toy. It's very good. Very, very nice. And as for the points of articulation, it's as you can expect from a 6-inch figure. Points of articulation at the hands, elbows, arms, swivels. Here at the waist, torso. I believe you can turn it, yes. And the legs, they can spread out. Knees, thighs, and of course the feet, they're swivels. Very comparable to Marvel Legends. But there's plenty of accessories. That's why it's such a premium figure. And an import from Japan. Just take a look at this figure again. Really looking nice. And I must say, here, if you want to change the head piece, there are 2 ball joints. There's one here for the top portion of the head and one at the neck. So you can exchange it with Bruce Wayne's head, which has, of course, a flesh neck. There's an angry head, so you can put it with this regular masked cowl version of Batman. I can't wait to play with this so much. There's so much to do. Let's take a look at different poses, guys. There's so much to play around with this figure, but let's start with the basics. How do you exchange the head? Well, there are 2 ways. Okay. Oh, headless Batman. Let's put him here for a sec. 2 ball joints. One here in the body, and then one for the head, in case you want to put the angry head of Batman, which is right here, or we can use the Bruce Wayne head, which you can see here. So that's how you position it to put the human head of Bruce Wayne. There's Bruce unmasked. Now, too bad there's no headless cowl, so you can be holding it. But I think it's a good compromise. It's fine. I'm really digging this figure. Here's the Batman head now. And as I look through what hands to use, you just got so many. Let's look at the weapons too. Here. You got a nice Batarang. Type 1. You have 2 sets actually. Here's another one. Now, how to play around with this, I don't know. So many options. So here are some of the accessories in my hand, including the 2 sets of Batarangs. And here is Batman holding a Batarang in a very throwing the Batarang action pose. Man. Cape is spread, and this is an awesome looking Batman figure. Wow. There's the Batarang. See that? Man. You can do so much with this toy. So much. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be having fun posing this figure. But here's an example. Right there. I think you should be fine. Yeah, there. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman. Based on Jim Lee's design for the figure. Great sculpting, MAFEX. Great sculpting. Let's play around some more. Now this is cool. He has hands that can hold to the wire of the cape, and look at the wingspread. Oh wow. So using the plastic stand that comes along with the toy, if you set it up, you can make him as if he's gliding down, or gliding. Basically, yeah, Batman using his cape to glide. This is really awesome. This is one thing that not many 6-inch action figures can do, and only MAFEX had the foresight to do this. Man, I am impressed. Once you open and start playing around with the accessories and interchangeable items of this toy, you come up with so many other Batman poses. Here, let's show him standing. Okay, doing a very Batman-esque pose. There we go. Wow. And for those who want to know if this toy is balanced or not, it's standing in one leg. Yeah, very action poseable. I'm liking this. I'm liking playing with the many accessories it has. And there's just a ton of combinations that I can't fit in this review. It's just a quick one. But I'm really liking this. I'm just playing around with it right now. Makes it a very worthy purchase for any Bat fan, including myself. So I do not regret getting this toy. Wow. Along with it having a Bruce Wayne head and an angry Batman head and 2 sets of Batarangs. You got a bargain right here. This is great for anybody who loved the Batman Hush storyline. This is a good toy. And there, just so many other poses you can play around with. I want to do it justice. I mean, man, Batman, Bruce Wayne. The flagship character of DC Comics, done justice by MAFEX. You guys did good. And I'm going to end this review with this look on the toy by saying, he is the Dark Knight. This is Batman. And there you go, guys. My review of Medicom Toys 6-inch MAFEX Batman Hush action figure. You can see me holding it right here. And it's a very awesome Batman toy. one that is worthy to add to any Batman fans collection. And since I've collected Hush when it was released in 2002, from singles to trade paperback, and then this 15th anniversary deluxe edition, I just had to add it to my memorabilia, being a Batman fan and cosplayer. In fact, it's just so many interchangeable items here that you can play around with this toy. Pose him however you like, and I know a lot of people were concerned with the big cape, the wired cape here, but it's justified since he's so poseable. I love it. In fact, MAFEX and Medicom Toys are coming out with a black version of this character, meaning instead of the dark blue, it's going to be a black cowl and cape. Can't wait. But being a fan of the storyline and Jim Lee's art on Batman, you can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with this toy. I've just been in the Batman mood, and I'm excited for DC FanDome. In fact, some of my latest reads are here. The end of Tom King's run on Batman, now in prestige format, City of Bane, Volume 1 and Volume 2. Thank you, Field Bars, for this. And I can't wait for the news to pop out in DC FanDome. I mean, we've got a lot of exciting stuff that's going to happen in that virtual event. If you haven't seen it yet, be prepared. It's going to be happening on this August 22nd, Saturday, US time. For us in Manila, it's August 23rd. Go to dcfandom.com. And yeah, if you're a collector like me and you want to get a good and cool Batman action figure, get this. Get Medicom Toys MAFEX Batman Hush action figure, available already. So thank you guys for watching. Please do subscribe and hit the notification bell for my channel here at YouTube. You can also follow me in social media. I'm at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'll be doing more reviews and features soon. But being a Batman fan first and foremost, I am very happy with this. So thank you guys. This is Timzster signing off. Hush. Get this. Batman.